Hey everybody, Lisa here with our Georgia Suburban Homestead, and it's the first day of February and the weather's glorious today. I mean, it's a little cool, but the sun's out, the skies are blue, and the boys are coming out to help me set up what's going to become the front garden this year. So we're going to do straw bale build-up, and we'll be growing peas and beans and that type of thing in the straw bales when we get it going. So, and I still can't lift anything, so I get to point and direct still, which I do best anyway. So my mussels have arrived, and let's watch what they do. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
As you see, I've been to the straw bale place and picked up these bales. They've really gone up in price. They started out for something, just under $5. And now they're $8.25 each. But it's still cheaper than buying soil and trying to build your garden with soil. So let me show you where I'm going to want them. So we've got a spot here that's between this tall, what is it called? Cedar tree? Is that cedar? Anyways, come up the hill to the front of the house, and we're going to go this way this year and to build the garden. You see, there's good sun here, and it's probably the best sun on the property. They're falling apart. That's not good that they're falling apart. They're really crappy quality this year too. For $8.25, they're not baled tightly, and they need to be tighter. Everything is lower quality, higher price nowadays. When I priced these bales and I called the people who sell it, they said they were $5.50. I got there and they're $8.25, and I really read them the riot act, told them, you know, that's not right to tell people one thing and then charge them another when they show up. It's okay. So I guess one more there. Banana.
Banana, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So, thank you so much. Alright, that didn't take them long, did it? I'm going to show you down the hill what this looks like. We're going to carry cattle panel, the wire cattle panel from the back garden where we're having increasing shade every year because of all the nutrients we put in the soil. The trees are getting bigger and bigger. Anyway, so I'm going to show you what this is going to look like, and if you can picture the cattle panel going along the sides of these straw bales after they're cooked, using the straw bale gardening technique that I did a video on a couple of years ago. I'll put the link below for you to watch that. But this is a wonderful way to build your soil, not spend as much money as you would spend buying bagged soil, and also gives you control over what you put into your soil, and that means what your plants uptake that you'll be eating. So if you want to go natural, with natural growing, natural things that fertilize instead of the commercial fertilizers that really are poisons, this is the way to go. I've never had a crop failure in a straw bale garden. So let's look at what the vision is here. See if what do you think of my vision? So see how that's going to look down the hill there? Just had a neighbor drive by and do a double take. So you can see that the panels will go this way. It'll be 1, 2, 3 panels, and then we'll have got 2 little bales all by themselves here. I might go back and get 3 more bales so it'll at least go across the front of the thing. But I don't like the fact that the bales are I don't like the fact that the bales are loosely packed, and they came apart as we were unloading the truck. It used to be very tightly packed bale, which is what you want. So they're twice as much as they were when we first started doing this in 2015, and they're not as good quality. And the grower supposedly that supplies this particular store does not use Grazon or any broadleaf herbicides on his field, so shouldn't have any problem with the broadleaf plants that I'm going to be planting in here. But we'll have to wait and see. If we plant those things and they come up and then they start turning brown along the margins of the leaves and die back, then it's been treated with Grazon. We still can plant in it, just not broadleaf plants, and it'll take a season or 2 for all those chemicals to leach out and become really usable. But in the meantime, when these break down, this will add to the quality of the soil that's right here on this hillside, that when we bought the property in 2014 was hard as rock. The whole yard was hard as rock. And that's what happens when you go for yards that look like a golf course. You get really hard, compacted soil, especially here in Georgia with the clay component of the soil, and nothing really grows in hard, compacted soil for long without all sorts of chemical help. So if you grow a lawn, that's the most devastating thing you can do for the environment surrounding your living space. Again, we're members of the movement. It's called Meadows Not Lawns. So we're letting our yard go to natural plants, and we are seeding things like clover and wildflowers to benefit our living space and actually everyone around us. Even those people who were spraying chemicals in their yard. So they're killing us, we're trying to save us. I don't mean to turn it into a political thing, but it really is the life of the planet we're talking about. So, go natural if you can. Look at some of my methods and see if it's something you would like to mimic. You always leave a question, make a comment. This helps me, helps the algorithm, and commenting helps my channel also if you share the video around, which if you have friends that garden, they may be interested in what we do here. This is zone 7B, 8A. USDA has redesignating us as zone 8, but given the winter we just had, we're not zone 8. I mean, weeks on end in the 20s and the teens was probably the longest period yet since we've lived here that we've had those types of temperatures day after day. That's not zone 8. But it'll be good for some of the fruit trees that need chill hours. So 6 in one, half dozen in another. But the way the climate is changing in this area is, of course, with climate change, you have huge swings in temperature both ways instead of steady changes of season as we used to have when I was a little girl. So in the winter, it's getting colder for longer, and the summer drier and hotter for longer. So we're going to have to be all adapting to when we plant things. It's going to change. So kind of forget anything you thought you knew, and going to have to change things around. And what are we hearing chattering? Squirrels scolding me for being out here and disrupting their feeding. Gotta love them. Okay, so until next time, be well, be good to each other, and we're going to have to lean on each other through the next 4 years, I am afraid. Be good to your neighbors.